Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Bayelsa APC to Goodluck Jonathan. Return our 300 million bulletproof car. Wow. There's something fishing. APC, Goodluck Jonathan. Let's hear the news. 2 weeks after the Supreme Court ruling that sacked the Bayelsa State Governor-elect of APC, David Leonard, and his deputy, Bayebarakumo Deji, over certificate forgery, more revelations have emerged about the rottenness that plunged the APC after the court ruling that saw Senator Daye Dari of the PDP being sworn in less than 24 hours before David Leonard, who have assumed office as governor. It was learned that the Supreme Court ruling threw confusion into the camp of the APC, who had made adequate preparations for the inaugurations as payments had already been made. Several vendor providers providing services, hotels, transportation, catering, and general logistics. After the storm had cleared, more revelations came to light, revealing the dirty roles former President Jonathan and Patience Jonathan played in the preparation of the inauguration that never happened. Meanwhile, the Bayelsa State chapter of the APC has asked former President Goodluck Jonathan and his wife to return the 300 million and bulletproof cars given to them by David Leonard for the inauguration. David Leonard had paid for the use of a Rudolph Hotel owned by the Jonathan for 4 months. As source said, Leonard had wanted to run the government from that hotel pending the completion of the intended renovation of the Bayelsa State Government House. This newspaper also gathered that the 300 million is part of the 5 billion naira David Leonard and the Minister of State for Petroleum borrowed from two banks with a promise that various state banks, accounts, and other juicy deals will be given to them when they assume office, a plan which eventually backfired along with all inaugurations arrangements. Our correspondents also learned that entertainers and several service providers have been paid and sorted out drinks that have already been brought to the venue, that we already and even imported drinks from the United States of America and South Africa to be used are already been paid for and already been shipped to Nigeria. The APC has planned to turn Bayelsa State to a carnival. Bayelsans were to have endless party for a month. Free food was to be given to people at different points across the state. All hotels has been paid upfront in Bayelsa to accommodate commercial sex workers from other states. Militants were to be placed in charge of security in the state. It was supposed to be an entire month of jamboree and wastefulness, and it never happened as the Supreme Court made its ruling. The Bayelsa chapter of the All Progressive Congress APC had also called on the country anti-graft agencies and Economic and Financial Crime Criminal Commission EFCC to, as a matter of urgency, launch an investigation into all the monies, laundry, and collateral given to civil, which were never accounted for. It is in good knowledge that the silver received over 150 million from Bayelsa election and only emerged sum of 10 million was handed over to David Leonard for the election. A group known as APC Reformation Forum has accused the Jonathan for sabotaging the mandate after the election. The group says that Jonathan were pretty and couldn't wait for David Leonard to be inaugurated before they started making demands and collecting bulletproof cars. Goodluck Jonathan, a leader of the PDP, received 300 million in cash to provide entertainment and logistics for his guests that were supposed to come to Bayelsa State for Leonard's inauguration. Goodluck Jonathan and his wife, Patience, had already concluded plans to attend the inauguration of an APC governor whose election was still contested in court by his party. All elections that were joined by the local and international observers to have seen massively rigging in favor of the APC. This further exposes his disloyalty to his party that made him president. You will recall that a PDP group had in a press statement after the election berated Goodluck Jonathan for failing to condemn the violence that took place in his hometown state during the election. Consequently, counting down to the inauguration that never happened, there were always a configuration of different groups: David Leonard, the Jonathan, and Sylvanus, over commissioner nominees and other appointments in the state. David Leonard's hands were already tied even before he began or was sworn in. An APC faithful, our correspondents speak with us. Now that the game is over, it makes sense that to learn the burden of David Leonard that were used as a sacrificial lamb for surveillance. The vehicles and monies should be returned without drama to save face. Several PDP members and leaders in Bayelsa and outside Bayelsa have expressed disappointment over the Jonathans over their lead role in the last election and for also allowing their image and self-acclimatization to be tarnished and also including themselves in anti-party activities and return of alleged 300 million given to them by APC inauguration. A Bayelsa state-based member of the PDP in Yenagoa who asked to remain anonymous said that Nigerians have always known that GEJ is a careless man in his politics and shows lack of critical judgment. Jonathan integrity came under scrutiny again recently when Olisa was found guilty of receiving 400 million from former NSA Sabo Dansuki for election campaign. You would recall that Goodluck Jonathan failed to appear in court or speak up for Olisa during his trial when it was obvious that he, Jonathan, asked Olisa to collect the money from Dansuki. As Bayelsa State slowly recovers from the wounds of the violence meted on it by APC loyalists after the Supreme Court ruling, yet the storm is not over. The APC saga is put together his house in order for more dirty linen not to be out in the open. Wow. So Goodluck Jonathan is being asked to return the money he collected during election. Are you not surprised that Goodluck Jonathan is being dragged into APC's inauguration? Goodluck Jonathan is a PDP person, not APC. How come he was already jamboreeing with David Leonard, even without seeing the results? This goes to tell you where the hearts of those leaders of Nigerians are. You don't see that in international world. Yeah, a Democrat go and be liaising with the Republicans. It's not done, only in Nigeria. So my people, this is what is going on. I would like to hear your take on this matter. Please leave us a comment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. We're here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. You have a voice. Please use it. Don't allow anybody intimidate you or make you feel you don't have a voice. These things that are happening in Nigeria, you need to speak up because today the world is a global village. If you keep quiet, you're not making your voice to be heard. One of the ways you can make your voice to be heard is by leaving a comment, like, share, subscribe. so that this news can travel far. I want to say a big thank you to every one of you out there listening. Have a wonderful day. God bless.